Happy day, everyone. Welcome to a new edition of WowMakers. You know, it's hard to believe we haven't had this guy on the show, but everybody knows him, Michael Cochran, Executive Director. Is that your title?
That's my title.
Executive Director of the Market House Theater. We all know and love the Market House Theater, and I don't think we could think of them without April and Michael Cochran. And this year, they're celebrating their 60th birthday, 60th anniversary. So happy birthday to the Market House Theater.
Thanks.
And welcome.
Thank you.
So we thought, first of all, Paducah Bank is proud to sponsor, season sponsor with the Market House Theater, and we've done that as long as I can remember. So we appreciate that partnership with the Market House and the connection. And so let's talk about 2024. What do you have going on?
Oh.
Let's just start with the shows.
Okay. Well, we are just closing Native Gardens this weekend. And we have coming up Murder Mystery Dinner Theater called Till Death Do Us Part, which is a Valentine theme about 4 couples who, some of them don't really want to stay married anymore. So there's the murder mystery part of that, but it's a lot of comedy with it. So there's some audience participation. In fact, at one point, we'll kind of have a little miniature game of the newlywed game with some audience members to ask how well they know their spouses. So there's a lot of interactive experiences going on with that, and it's dinner theater. So you get to eat dinner and see the show. And that runs February 10th, 14th, and the couple of Friday and Saturdays after that.
So we're going to do a giveaway. So it'll be a separate video. So watch for that, because you could win and take your 3 closest couple friends.
Yeah. And then we have The Wizard of Oz, which opens February 29th, which is easy to remember because it's leap year this year.
Oh, okay.
So February 29th and runs through March 10th. That's coming up, and that is our youth edition. So that's all of our actors who are under 18 doing all the roles in Wizard of Oz. And it's a little bit shortened version, but it's the musical with all the characters you love. Then we have On Golden Pond coming up. That's in April during the Quilt Show. And then we close out our 60th season with Fiddler on the Roof, which is a show that we did 32 years ago. I've been here, this is my 40th year at Market House Theater.
Wow.
So it's been quite a while since we've done that show. And so we are doing that again to wrap up the 60th season. And we got summer camps, which are going to be announced in just a week or 2. That information is coming out. We've got some great shows that we're going to do as summer camps for the kids. We have one that we do for the younger kids, and then one we do for the middle school and high school kids. So those are musicals that are well known by everybody. We'll be announcing those. Lots of stuff going on at the theater. We're out in all of the schools doing classes in the Head Start classrooms. My wife April's out teaching in all the Head Start for McCracken County in the city of Paducah. We've got our theater education director, Emily Griffin, is out. In fact, she's doing stuff with Ballard County next week. She's in 3 or 4 different counties doing stuff. April's doing Susical at Clark. She's directing that for Clark School. A lot going on.
A lot of creativity going on in Paducah. So while I have you, let's talk a little bit. It's your 60th anniversary, so your campus has grown. So let's talk about, the old Finkel's, is that a dance studio? Is that what that is?
That block, we actually have 5 buildings on that block.
Okay.
The Finkel's building is, the front of it's an event space for us, and the back of it's a brand new studio theater that seats about 150 people. So the back of it is where the Till Death Do Us Part murder mystery. We have risers and seats, and we take all those out, we put tables and chairs and do dinner theater. So it's kind of like a big black box that we can change around to whatever we want to do in there. Then next door, we have 2 dance studios, and we have 2 music classrooms. Harmony Road School of Music is a partner with us, and they have music classrooms. And then we have Dance MHT at the front of that. We have almost 200 dance students that are coming to the campus on a 6-7 days a week. We've got dance classes going on, and then in the theater part of it, on the weekends and nights, we've got about 100 students coming for classes. So we got 300 kids coming to downtown Paducah to Market House campus to do classes on a weekly basis. And then we have our costume shop upstairs. So we go from the corner all the way down to the 1859 hotel.
Okay. And then the main theater, which is the original theater, is that correct?
We have that, and that's where we do most of our signature season shows and our big youth productions like Wizard of Oz. Then we have across the street from that, next to Etc. Coffee Shop, we have 4 buildings there, which are our 3 theater classrooms. And then next door we have our courtyard lobby, which leads to our courtyard theater. In the back on Maiden Alley, we have a whole outdoor theater that we do programming in.
That is super cool. Is that new, or have you been doing that?
We've been doing that since 2020. When everything kind of got canceled, we went outdoors and kept going. So we have the courtyard theater, and we do some youth shows, and we do our Shakespeare show out there every July.
Wonderful.
So we have that, and then we have 4 Airbnb apartments where I bring in guest directors and designers, but when they're not used for the theater, they're on Airbnb, so anybody can stay in them. That helps bring in revenue for the theater. We have our administrative offices down on the corner of 2nd and Kentucky, and then we also have the old Ideal Real building, which is on 8th and Harrison Street, which is right across from the Paducah School of Art and Design. We own that whole building, and that's our scene shop and part of our warehouse. And then we also own the old arcade theater building. That is part of our warehouse spaces and storage spaces too.
So if someone never been in a play, but they think, man, I'd love to be in one of those market house plays, how does that work?
I would say that about a quarter of the people who are in plays are exactly that. They maybe did it in high school, they've done some church plays, they've done something else, but they always think, I'd like to go back and do that. You just find out when the auditions are, they're on the website, and we have scripts you can check out ahead of time, and usually there's some audition packets that you can get that says, for like Fiddler, here's the song, everybody's gonna have to sing it for auditions. So it's just a little piece of a song that everybody sings, so we can make sure you can hold pitch and do those things. And then the directors will have you read from a couple different sections of the script with some other people that come that night, and it's real easy to do. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so say there's somebody out there, they don't think they have a talent like that, but maybe they'd like to volunteer. Are there volunteer opportunities? What might they be?
We are always looking for crew people and we teach you how to run the sound or the lights. With the computer stuff nowadays, it's pretty easy. It's push a button and it does its thing. If it's a lot more complicated, we have some staff doing that. But a lot of shows, it's easy to do, and you're there for the rehearsals the week before it opens, so it's a shorter time commitment. We always look for ushers for the shows, and you get to see the show free if you usher. We have set construction, costume construction. If you can swing a hammer, you can put a needle and thread to something, even hem a pair of pants or a skirt, we could use your help.
All right.
And we have also office stuff that we do. A lot of times we send out mailings, so we need people to stuff envelopes for us, put postage on it, and we send stuff out. So there's always stuff to do.
So you can check it out. We have the phone number and website right here where you can see how you can be a part of the Market House Theater. So just a couple of quick questions. It's 40 years, celebrating 60. Do you have a favorite moment?
Oh, gosh.
Have you been asked that question?
People always ask me what my favorite show is, and that's really hard to say. It's usually the one I'm working on, because I always like new challenges.
Well, speaking of that, you've had a show that you wrote, right? I mean, that had to be pretty special.
I won the New Playfest. The American Association of Community Theater has a national competition, and I was one of the 5 winners of it. So my play had a world premiere in Wyoming. Got to see that, and then a couple years later, Market House did it. I've got about 4 other plays that I've got out in the world doing stuff, and maybe Market House will do it one day.
That's remarkable. That's remarkable.
I always tell people you need to do something creative, and it just energizes you. And whether it's volunteering at the theater, being in a show, doing something, find that creative thing that you can do, and it just changes your life.
Yes. So if you want to be a part of the Market House Theater, if you want to energize your life, now is the time. 2024, 60th anniversary is the time. So we hope that you will lend your talents to them. Make it a great day.